Good morning, you guys. Today, oh my goodness. If you guys are subscribed to my vlog channel, which I don't really vlog on anymore just because I guess I like putting vlogs on this channel. But either way, there was like a couple of vlogs where I was thinking about getting a new office, and I'm thinking about that again. So basically what I'm trying to say is today we're going to look at a new office. So my thought process here is that we will hire someone to build the shell, and then myself, some friends, with the guidance of my dad, will finish it, so insulate it and all that good stuff. So I was thinking about going and looking at them today, so I'm going to take you guys along just to see kind of what they are. I'm thinking I probably will do a custom one. So they do have a bunch that you can buy that are like pre-made, but if you want to make your own, like you want a specific wall height, you want a specific window placement, you can custom make them. So I'm gonna go see what they have sort of on the lot, and then I do assume I'm gonna custom make it, and you can custom make them online, which is really exciting too. I really want a studio space that isn't inside my house. I want somewhere where I do my work and that's work, and then I come inside and I can enjoy my inside space. Also, the way my house is like sort of laid out, I don't really love it for a studio, because the studio would either have to be in the spare bedroom, which is really small, or it would have to be in the loft, which is impossible because half of the ceiling is like very slanted. Anyways, I'm gonna quit blabbing and let's just go look at some of these spaces, shall we? Okay, so here are a bunch of them. You can see that some of them have different like finishes on them. You can see there's that brown one over here. You can see there's this gray one here. This one's kind of cool because it has the two windows and then it has a man door, but it also has windows on the ends, which I don't want because I want to use these as like filming walls. So here is the inside of this one. Yeah, so definitely what I want for sure, I want windows on the one side of it, but I don't want windows on that wall, and I don't want, well, oh, okay, they have like a barn door on this one. Interesting. I really like this barn door, and I really love the windows in the barn door. I feel like that brings in just like a little bit more light into the space. I think I want a barn door for sure, and I really like the window idea. So, but I think I would want that barn door on like one of these middle walls. I also think that I prefer that wood as opposed to like this wood right here. So I'm looking at this one, liking the sort of layout that it's got. It's got like the two windows here and the barn door. It's actually quite dark. I definitely think I want windows on like beside the door, and I think I want windows on the other wall as well. This is pretty small as well. I think I'd want something that was a little bit longer, but I do like this sort of wood. I've sort of decided. Go in here. I don't think it has the windows on either side though. No, but it's longer, it's much bigger. The thing here is, you guys see how the actual wall, it's only 6 feet tall. I would definitely want 8 feet because for filming purposes, like I am almost the same height as the wall, so I'd want 8 feet to make it bigger. So here's what I'm thinking. I really like the barn door idea. I definitely want the barn door. It will have to be insulated. And I also like the windows on the top of it, so I'm thinking we do that. We'd put a window on either side of the door, and I know for a fact from being here previously that if you get the 8-foot wall, you can't do this lofted barn ceiling. You see how it's like a barn shape? You actually have to do a peaked roof like this. So I know that if I do the 8-foot, I'm gonna have to do that just because for like delivery reasons, they actually can't deliver it if it's like a certain height. It's like a regulation in Ontario, so it'd have to have a peak ceiling. This one is pretty big. Like I just said, I think I would go a little bit shorter, 20 foot, not 24 foot, just because I also looked up that 24 foot is like an extra $2,000. If you were to just get 20 foot, I think you'd like save $2,000, which is crazy. But yeah. I think something like this definitely would work. Okay, so here's my thought process. They don't have exactly what I want here, and why wouldn't I just have it made perfectly to the way I want it? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna call them. I don't think anyone's here today, so I think I have to call. And then I think it takes about like 1 to 2 weeks to get it delivered. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in a couple weeks. Here's where I'm going to place the office. That is the garage, which houses like the lawnmower and the snow plow and stuff like that. And then the house is over here. So the lake is there, so I want it facing that way. But I want it to be connected to the dog yard so that the puppies can run in and out and stuff while I work. As you can see here, it's like super wet and a little swampy, and it gets like this in this area, so we want to fill this in. It's pretty nice grass right there. So it's currently Monday morning, just got the gravel delivered. This is what's going to stand under my office. It's pretty wet and grassy where I want to put it, so we need to fill that in with some gravel so that it, you know, doesn't sink and all that good stuff. So step one complete. First things first, I'm gonna go and take out those lights that are kind of placed in there, clear this area out. So now we just have to take the fence poles out, but overall, this is all nice and open now. We've marked out our 10 by 20, so it's basically gonna go from there to there, and then all in here. We've laid down some landscape fabric, which is gonna allow the water to go through it, but the gravel not to fill up with mud. Something you guys also missed is we made a little culvert so that all this water, all this wet spot will drain into there, and then where you hear those froggies over there, that's where the water will go. So once the gravel is down in here, the water will move through the gravel and it will all drain out, just so that it's not gonna sink the office. Kind of shows you how big the office is going to be. And now it is time to gravel it. So we're not graveling this side because it's a dog yard. We're graveling on it and then all back there. Here she is. Here is my brand new office. So I had hired a company to make this and they dropped it off today. So that's what you guys just saw. It's just bare bones. So on the inside I can still do everything I want, but I wanted to have double doors. I wanted 2 windows in the front. I also wanted those windows mimicked on the back wall as well. And I wanted these little windows there. It's like a dark brown roof. Like I said, oh, it's just bare bones. Gosh, it's like a mud pit everywhere. I'm not gonna open the other door, but the other door does open. Going inside, so we have the windows mimicked here. The reason I did that was because I'm thinking of using this as like a shooting wall for my paper backdrops and for like photographing stuff for the store. So I wanted to have double windows on either side. I'm thinking here on this wall, in between these 2 windows, I was thinking my desk here, a nice like rug and like maybe a chair or something like that. So there's the other window. I'm thinking of setting this up as a whole like filming spot. So say like, I don't know, shelving, cute little decor stuff. This will be like another filming backdrop. And then we have the window and then we have the doors, and I still have a view of the lake, which is really nice to be able to see the lake from in my office. As for ceilings, we're gonna keep the peak So the little arch, and we're gonna do tongue and groove up here. It's all gonna be white. These beams are gonna be exposed. There's gonna be a ceiling fan in the middle. The walls are gonna be white. I'm not set on the flooring yet, but the flooring will be like one of the last things to do. So I might just do white flooring, but I have no clue and my head's not even in that headspace yet. Yeah, we were just marking out earlier the outlets. So the inside of this is going to be done by myself, my best friend, and my dad. It's gonna be a lot of filming happening in here. And this is gonna be where you're gonna see me for a long time. And then coming out the door, that's a whole different thing. So I don't know if you can tell, but right here is like the muddiest mud pit you've ever seen. Super soft. We had to do some draining, I told you guys, over here, and it has worked so well. So well, but we have to get this water to start draining down into that culvert. I actually had been thinking about doing a porch on the front of this, but I don't know that that's what I want to do. I was actually thinking maybe just like a step there in the front, and then doing like patio stones and kind of stuff out here, so I can have a little, I don't know, a little sit thing out here, because it would be nice in the summer with the puppies to have the doors open, filming, working in there, dogs coming in and out. Good morning. We are currently at Home Depot getting everything. So we're gonna need some insulation to start with, but I have an entire list of things that we have to get. We have 2 carts. Linda really doesn't want to be on camera.
Okay, so
This is gonna be 13 bags of insulation. Well, you said 800 square feet. So we are in the fan section. This is the fan that I've chosen. It doesn't come in white, but probably gonna DIY it because we want to have a little bit of circulation in there, so we're thinking of getting a fan. So this is truckload number 1, including the entire back seat is very full. And then Michael showed up with truckload number 2, so that's all the stuff for the ceiling, the insulation, walls, more insulation. Got a whole bunch of stuff for the outside. I thought these lights were really cool. I'm not sure how I feel about them, but I got 2 of those for the outside. I still don't have a light fixture, but that's okay. That will come in time. Whole back of the truck is full too. Okay, so what are you doing?
Drilling holes.
All the way across for the electrical to run. So if you see here, hole, 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 hotch. I am just going to go across the room and put a bunch of these on. These are where the outlets are gonna go. Taking a nail, gonna nail it on. Don't take any. So that's where all of the outlets are gonna go. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to be doing is, you see how this is all filled with spray foam? We're gonna be spray foaming this. We're basically just trying to fill anywhere to keep out all the drafts, to keep it extra warm in here. So I have to go along all the walls and fill that in with some of this stuff. It is a rainy day today, guys, but I just wanted to show you an update. So yesterday I started to do all of the electrical. It's almost all done. We actually did some electrical so that we can put some lights on the outside of it as well, but everything, all the wires are run and all that, and we're gonna have 3 little fixtures on the ceiling as well. So that's all done. The plugs will have to go in, but now basically we need to insulate it. Have all of this insulation that we got at Home Depot the other day. Okay, I'm gonna talk you through a bit of insulation. This is what we're gonna insulate. So, here's our piece. Will it fit in here without cutting it? No. I'm just sticking the bottom in put a cut there. If you look down there, there's a wire. You basically want to create a flap inside of your piece of insulation so that the wire is still going to be accessible. Down the middle. Yeah, there's a flap there. The wire is going to go inside of there. Then you got to get the insulation in behind the wire. Now I can close this flap. And then you're going to want to push your insulation in. Now you got to do the up top. So I have another piece of insulation. And we got to check. It's going to be too long. Now you know how to insulate walls. It's that easy. Just kidding. It's probably much more complex. Like when you have to cut out outlets and stuff. Or when you're short and you can't reach the top corner. So we're putting up the vapor barrier now, and we're just putting staples in it to keep it there, but then we're gonna seal it with something else. End of the day, here's the progress. So we have the roof insulated, and that was a time and a half. It was very hard to vlog because there was so much going on. Roof insulated, that's insulated, and then let me just give you a little pansy of the wall. Next we have to put the walls up, and we're doing tongue and groove pine up here. I think I've already said that. So then we have to do the ceiling, and then everything's gonna have to be painted, and then the last thing will be the floor. The floor has seen better days. Yeah, but that will come in time. Time for a little update because a lot has happened since the last time you guys saw. Holy heck, there are walls. Yeah, so the walls are up, but the ceiling is not done yet. So next step that we're gonna work on today is getting the ceiling up, which this is what I have chosen for the ceiling. So if you see it there, tongue and groove pine. So they basically slip into each other, kind of like puzzle pieces. And I don't know yet if I want to stain it, paint it, to leave it. I'm not sure. I think that's going to be something that I sort of decide once it's all up. The walls, they have to be mudded, of course, but I'm so excited to get the ceiling done. So yeah, that's your little update. New day, y'all. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update. If you can't tell the difference, do you guys remember there was like cracks in the wall, like where the walls like joined? So all of that has been filled. We're going to sand and prime this wall now because it's ready to go. And then once this is sanded and primed, then we're gonna start on the ceiling. And then we'll get to painting everything later because I don't know if I'm painting the ceiling or not. So I just wanted to show you what I'm using. These guys to sand. I also bought one of these. You basically just take it and attach it, and then you can use like a broom handle or whatever. It's kind of like a Swiffer. If you have a Swiffer, it's very similar. Everything's sanded. I know it looks the exact same on camera, but holy heck, in person it looks so different and so good, and it's super smooth and all that good stuff. Again, I'm just showing you a white wall, but also we have a light. It's just a temporary light, but I'll show you anyway. Wow, so beautiful. I'm a plainsman, and I will smoke. Priming is all done. You can see it's nice and beautiful and white, and my camera is so dusty, so I can't really tell if this is in focus or not, but now it's time to tackle the ceiling. So I have this little scaffolding thing here so it's easy to do the ceiling, and then I have a bunch of the tongue and groove pine here. Today is a new day. I thought I would show you some of the progress. So the ceiling is about almost half done. The only reason it's being paused on right now is because the saw was dead, and we basically had to cut the wall. If you can see, there's like a little blue line there. We have to cut the wall perfectly straight. So that's why that's done, but I'm hoping that this will be completed today. And something else that has changed that you guys haven't seen is the windows are framed out. So if you look, this is what they looked like before, and now they look like this. So here's the fan. I want to just hold it up to see if basically it's gonna look good, because I'm a little unsure about the fans now, just because this is so dark. Do you want to hold it up? There was gonna be a fan here, a light here, and a fan here, but this is like, it's cool. It looks really cool, but it's not the right color, so I'd have to paint this fan. So I don't know, now I'm kind of thinking we should just do 3 lights. Okay, you can put it down. Okay, so we have come to pick the paint color. I'm with Mom. I was just telling her that this is like a stark white, and I kind of want something that has a little more warmth to it. So I don't want to be beige, but I want to have it pull warm instead of cool. So like, see how cool, you know? Should we just look at, oh, yellow toned whites, we're in the right spot. We were talking about my shirts are like a nice color. But look, red tone, orange tone, yellow tone, green tone, blue tone. Wow, we were in the right spot. But it looks green for some reason.
Green tones are over there.
I know. This is the white that we chose. It's called Arizona White. It just looks like white on camera, but it's not. I swear, it kind of matches my shirt, but this is the white we chose. Very exciting. Now we just need a little more plywood for the door, so we're gonna get that. Right now we just have to sand the floor to prep it to be painted, and then paint the walls, and then we're gonna prime the floor and probably paint the finish painting the floor a little later. Are you guys ready to see? She is completed. She's not styled, but she is completed and ready to have furniture moved into it, basically. So here she is. I'm gonna give you a full pan overview first. So you'll notice that the light fixtures are not in yet, and that is because I am saving that for the design decor video. And then I have to have these outlets are being done on the weekend. Everything is all white and painted. The ceiling is done. I'm gonna leave the ceiling like this. I think I might one day do like a makeover video or restain this, but for now I really actually like the way that this looks with the light wood. So yeah, this is the paint color that we chose. It just looks white on camera, but it's a lot more warm than just like your basic primer. Here is the final look at the doors. The windows might look lopsided, but there's a lock that goes there. It's just not attached yet, and there's a lock that goes there. But that's what the doors look like with the windows. I think they turned out really, really well. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is time to style this and fill this room up with all my favorite goodies and things like that. There's gonna be a separate video with all of that styling and stuff, so make sure that you keep an eye out to watch. Thank you guys so much for coming along this journey with me. I had such a blast doing this and creating this space, and I'm so, oh my gosh, it's so echoey. I'm so excited to do so many more YouTube videos in this space and really utilize it well. Anyways, I guess that's it for me. It's time to move into this space now. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!